In previous examples, I've shown you how to work with a single conditional statement. We have an if statement and we're checking one condition to see if it's true or false. But sometimes we have a situation where we need to have multiple conditions checked. We're going to take a quick look at that. I've already got a blank template file set up. We're going to create a couple of variables that we're going to use. If you want to think about a user story, what we're going to check to see is if a user needs to register for selective service. In the United States, selective service is something that all males over the age of 18 have to initially register for. So what we want to do is just check this. We're going to have to check for two separate values, if the person's male and if they're 18 or older. So what we're going to do is set up just a couple quick variables. For my gender, I am using a single character as a string. For my age, I'm using an integer. Let's set this up inside of an if statement. The first thing we're checking is to see if the age is greater than or equal to 18. The idea is that we only are going to register for selective service if we're over 18. Previously, we've used conditions such as less than, greater than, and equal to. We also have, in this case, a greater than or equal to. The less than or equal to is set up in a very similar format with the less than symbol and then an equal sign. And then we also have a not equal to. The not equal to is an exclamation point and an equal sign. If I was checking to see if two conditions are true, I would use something like the and in my sentence. So I need to see if someone's 18 or older and they're a male. Inside of Python, we're actually going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to use an and the and is going to check two separate conditions to see if they're both true. Now, inside this example, you'll see everything looks pretty familiar with the exception of the and. We have our colon to denote if we are going to start the true part of our if block. We have an else statement. Inside of our blocks, we have print statements just to let people know. So let's go ahead and test this. I'm going to switch to the command console. Select my file to run and run it. You'll see that because both my gender is male, or M, and my age is 18, I'm checking to see if we're 18 or older, that it's going to come back and say that I do need to register for selective service. I'm going to make a couple quick changes just so you can see what might happen differently. Here I'm changing my age to 21. Now this should be easy enough because 21 is greater than 18. If I switch back to my console window and run it again, you'll notice it's still going to come up and say I need to register. This is because it was captured by the greater than or equal to. Let's make a couple other changes to see where we might fail. This time I'm going to say the person is 12. Switch back to my console. And you'll notice when I run it again, it comes back and says that you do not need to register. That's because 12 is less than 18. Python uses something called short circuit logic. And what that means is that as soon as the condition was found to be false, it didn't bother checking any other conditions. So I could have 4, 5, 6 and statements in here. The first one that gets run and found to be false, the whole thing is considered to be false. And that just makes our program run a little bit more efficient. That also means that when you're designing a program, you should probably try to pick the things that are most likely to be false up at the front. Now let's look at a different situation that we might run into, one where we're going to need one of two conditions to be true, but they don't have to both be true. So in that case, we're going to use OR. So for example, it might be raining outside or it might be cold. If it's either cold or raining, I'm going to want to bring a light jacket. Let's write a simple program to work with that. Now what I've done is I've set two variables. one called rain and one called cold. You'll notice that inside my rain, I set the value equal to true. And you'll notice it is a capital T that is required. That's because Python is case sensitive and is looking for a capital letter. You might say, well, what is true? Well, true is a Boolean value. And we talked about Boolean values before. And those are those true or false values. Similar to yes or no, like we might have in conversation, computers use the term true and false. You see it's like cold equal to false. Well, the reason for doing this is very simple. When I have a Boolean value, I don't have to check a condition. I can just check the value of that variable. Let's see a quick example of that using the OR statement. I'm going to say if rain or cold, print, you need a jacket. Else, you do not need a jacket. And I've saved this file. So the print statements are pretty straightforward. But by having the rain and the cold as a Boolean value, we've made this a little bit simpler. Now, some people find this a little bit harder to read. Some people find it actually easier to read. It just kind of depends upon who you are. What we're saying is if rain. And if that is true, we don't have to check for that equality, is it is that value already. Anytime we check for an equality or we check for an inequality, it always returns that true false value. And Python lets us store that information inside of a variable. That can actually be beneficial if I use a test, multiple locations. I can do the test once, store it in a variable, and I don't have to keep on running that test. I've done the same thing with cold. Now Python, because of the short circuit logic, similar to how we talked about with the AND statement, as soon as it finds a single true statement with an OR, it assumes the whole condition is true, and it's going to automatically run what's inside of our if true condition block. It's only when it gets to the end, if it finds everything to be false, that it goes into the false statement. So in this case, we want to definitely make sure that anything that is going to be more likely to be true be closer to the front of our if block condition. Let's test this out real quick and come to my console window where my file is located and run py, in this case conditions4.py. When I run the file, it comes back and says you need a jacket. That's because it is raining. Let's reverse these. Now I have false for rain, but true for cold. Switching back to my command console, I run it. I still need a jacket. I can have 3, 4, 5 OR conditions. As soon as it finds the first one being true, it will automatically run the true block. So this is a way to have and check for multiple conditions depending upon what we need. We've used the AND where both conditions need to be true, and we use an OR where either one could be true. Now let's take a look at a situation. What happens if both are true? Coming back to my console window, I'm going to test that. Notice that because of short circuit logic, it only checks the first one. It doesn't need to check the second one. And I'm going to get a jacket. So if both are true, it will result in a true. We've seen two different ways to have multiple conditions in this example. We've had the AND, where both conditions must be true to run the true if block. And we've seen the OR, where if either one, or in this case both of them, were true, then the true if block is run. So it's just a couple of ways that we can test to see multiple conditions to determine if we want to display the true or the else block.